All the days of my life have been running. I came from a place when the mouths don't do stand. Everybody start doing something. I had no option, but grind, I was grinding. As I dey talk, I am far away, chasing all my goals. Get out the shout, no be soft play. Good life, better life, that is all I want. I'm not asking for too much, oh. If it's too much, you should let me know. I'm cool with whatever, I swear, my bro. The street runner man from the Zongo, yo. The fun part of my life isn't object when that time surely you go know. But for now, I'm outside with family, 24/7 man shero. This my letter from overseas. Now, me mamuni na kwaba edeba on my kron Ghana jumedie so. Within the obonkume nkuma na anochi Bediako-Poku, the ordained crown prince of Ghana. Mini anom Ghana for mo hot is saying, makachremo. December where I will go offline, I will go off the internet because I've worked so hard during in 2023, and I think in December I want to go offline and then be in nature, visit my tomato farms and do so many things. So how are you guys doing? Today is 13th November 2023, our year of grace, our year of power, and our year of abundance as Africans. How are you doing? Are you moving into your godly element, or you are still stuck in your lowest vibrations and your lowest chakras? Do you know what you can become as a black man if you tap into your inner you? Whatever you've ever wanted in life, my brothers and sisters across the universe, across the world, is here now, right now, and the universe doesn't understand the concept of the future, right? It is eternally grounded to the present. So it knows what is happening today because to it, the future is today. Every day is the future. What are you using your time for? And as Africans, we have seen the mistakes from our fathers, immediate fathers, and we have gone back to who we were, the kings and queens of Al-Kebulan. And now we are about to build a continent befitting our royal standards. I said in Pan-Africanism, there won't be a hungry person in Africa because we know whatever is in Africa belongs to us. Unfortunately, Africa has been shrinked. But then we know Palestine is Africa. It is not Eastern Africa. If you tell me Madagascar is part of Africa, but then Palestine, where you call Israel now, is not part of Africa, we are on the same platonic plate and you can see it. Maybe you haven't seen the map before. Most people around Western civilization, they don't know what a map even looks like. But if they know, they will know what I'm talking about. Up to Saudi Arabia used to be part of Africa. We lived in harmonious ways because there are black people who have been in Saudi Arabia for centuries. The same way they have pushed ancient Kemet out from black people. It is the same thing. So I hear black people around the world talking, we are the Jews. You are everything that there is. We are the Nubians. We are the Jews. We are the beginning of creation. Now, when they created this Israel in 1948 and asked Jews around the world to visit the Holy Land because it was always Africa, Palestine was always Africa, was part of Africa. Up to Saudi Arabia, we were one land. We didn't have the divisions. The same people that carved us up into DRC, Ghana, Togo are the same people that carved that place to be Middle East. So I hope you are getting the whole scenario. And as a black man by now, you should be open to the things that are going on around you. Where is your consciousness? Are you stuck in your lowest vibration, thinking about paper and destroying your water in exchange of numbers on the computer screen? Where is your consciousness? So we have always known Maybe you don't know, but I'm bringing your attention to it. As the ordained crown prince of Ghana and what I do around the world, I have always known there has been a plan for this Gaza thing long time ago. And we have read the document. And now we thought, and I was just watching NATO and the US and the Zionists to see whether they would really go on with the plan. But then the plan is ongoing, and I am like, these people haven't changed. No, they will never change because this is how they are. They are the colonizers. They may call themselves differently and talk about what foreign policy, US foreign policies. So far as they call it something different, they think they can call it a name and they are justified with that. But the world doesn't. The world's consciousness is above such barbaric way of thinking. And you see, whatever you've done around the world is now looking back at the so-called fathers of democracy. So now we know that the name terrorism, a terrorist, is a title that can be given to any other race apart from the Caucasian race. Because why is Joe Biden not considered a terrorist? Why is Benjamin Netanyahu not considered a terrorist when they are breaking every law in the sense of the word? Why is Zionism not considered a terrorist organization when what they do, when you read the definition of terrorism, it is a perfect epitome of what they are doing? So terrorism is given to brown people. Sometimes black people, we are labeled petty thieves and violent. And now you see black people riding along with this narrative. Now, when in the early 2000s, there was a word they now introduced into Ghanaians, corrupt. So now everything will say, oh, our leaders are corrupt. But who puts them there? If they are going to open accounts in Switzerland banks, do you guys ask them, where did you get the money from? Because you know that whatever aid you give to Africa will end up coming back to you. And you have made systems that enslave black people. And now we have seen who we are, and we are saying, as Africans, enough is enough. Go away with your system, your language, and your barbaric way of thinking from Africa into your own lands. Go back to your lands, and every country that sat in the 1845 conference in Berlin to divide Africa, your embassies will be removed from the continent. And as the ordained crown prince of Ghana, we have sown seeds already like that. So get ready to be sanctioned. So often than not, white people have been telling black people, oh, we will sanction you. Who sanctions who? You really think we are stupid for you to think you give us aid? Why should we give you our crude oil anymore in exchange for papers? Now, in the Balfour Declaration, we know that now let history be known, and as Africans, we need to teach this to our children. Let the world teach us that Theodore Herzl created the most vicious terrorist organization that ever lived in the Zionists. Because the Zionists thought he was supreme than all humans when science is teaching him something different. Do white people in 2023 really think they are supreme than any other race? Who is still teaching this nonsense to you? You see, when I talk about education, the United States is indoctrination of falsehood, self-identification, and barbaric way of thinking. And as Africans, in our godly element, we are here to change whatever they stole. We are here to bring whatever grace and crown they took from your head. They came and met us as kings and queens. Our story didn't start with slavery. As a matter of fact, slavery is just a blip on the greatness of who an African can be. Now, yesterday, I was going through my analytics and I realized most people that watch me are in the ages of 18 and 24, and I'm so happy. I'm sending you grace, I'm sending you power, I'm sending you abundance, the youth of Africa. I believe in you, I believe in what you are here to do. Now, you didn't come here to spend your time in a synagogue worshiping and crying to God. You are here to co-create with the Most High. What created everything you see also lives in you. Don't look for God elsewhere. He lives in you, right? Enter into the inner you. Enter into what makes you you. And now move in grace, move in power, move in abundance. So I hope my kings and queens of Al-Kebulan took note of the 11-11-7 numerology that just passed. On Saturday, it was 11th November 2023. And when one, you see, now in coding, we know everything is binary, right? Zeros and ones. When you are coding, deep coding, we use zeros and ones. 0 and 1. Everything, every application you see, even TikTok, go to its basic level and you will see zeros and ones. So as a computer scientist, I know this. And I know numerology to know that even when the dates aligns, Earth has a way of shifting and bringing universal abundance. So I told you guys on Friday that make sure on Saturday, which was 11-11-7, 111117, right? I don't know what it is, but it is more power on Africa. It is more grace. And as the ordained crown prince of Ghana, I'm here to ignite every power in any African anywhere. Whatever we've wanted, however we've wanted Africa to be, is today. Let us change our minds today. Let us look at the mistakes of our fathers and let us not walk in their mistakes. But we will rather walk in the footsteps of great people like this man right here, Osajefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, on what Marcus Garvey was saying, on what Malcolm X was saying. Every black man anywhere that has ever said something and called himself a Pan-Africanist put something into the Pan-African system. And we are using this system of governance across Africa. Our brothers in Kenya and in Rwanda have already opened their borders to Africans. And I want to travel to Rwanda and Eastern Africa very, very, very soon. I want to talk to the next generation of Africans, go to schools, right? This is the calling, right? I need to impact Pan-Africanism everywhere I go on this beautiful continent. And maybe your dream is different. Maybe your dream is to go to the United States. Maybe you think this is so bad of a land, you think US is heaven. Let me tell you something. Heaven is a place in here. It is consciousness. And I will have my heaven in Ghana. I will build a Ghana with the kings and queens of Al-Kibula. And I'm dragging every Ghanaian youth along. The ordained crown prince of Ghana, I'm not here for the barbaric people who were born in slavery. Because our immediate fathers, everybody above the ages of 70 now, was born in slavery. How was that person taught? What is the programming they gave to that child? To that child, the white man is a god and will never, ever think differently until we who learned differently saw history from a different angle, saw technology emerge from Nokia 3310 to now iPhone 14. Every step of the way, saw floppy disk moving into CDs, then we pen drives, then hard drives, then now we have more complex hard disks, faster ones, smaller. We have seen this age of technology, and we have learned everything ancient Kemet. So now when we look at what is going on, we realize everything our ancestors were teaching us was the correct way. Everything is energy. So they never harmed themselves. They never stole from themselves because they know if I'm stealing now, somebody will also steal something of mine later on in the future. Everything you do now, you are going to reap it on earth. That is what we call karma. It is an energy. So when you do good, you know the universe will bounce back with goodness and blessings upon your life. Our ancestors didn't use fear in Africa because they knew that everything is energy. They created. Now, before Hippocrates, Imhotep had lived over 2,700 years ago. The true father of medicine. Do you know about Imhotep? Do you know the first ever university was built in Africa? Do you know who you are as the king and queen of Al-Kebula? My name is Obonkume Nkuman Ananochi Bediako-Poku, and I'm a god. I'm living in my godly element. Why? I think some people may like it if I had said I am a great grandchild of a slave. No, we are not slaves anymore. So I keep telling my kings and queens and the youth of Africa that this is the time to build our continent. Not tomorrow. Not tomorrow. We have learned the atrocities and everything that has gone on in our past. And we will make sure what we do now will make us something greater in the next future. Geologists and natural resource economists have confirmed that the occupied Palestine now has over 1.5 billion barrels of crude oil underneath the Gaza they are bombing now. With natural gas over 1.4 trillion in cubic feet. Natural gas. We know that there was a document. It was public in Israel. They didn't know we will find it and look at it and see whether they will execute it. But yet we are seeing them doing it in our time. So to them, the barbaric nature of their fathers, they keep continuing the legacy. They will never stop, my brothers and sisters. And Palestine is part of Africa. And let me tell you something, European Jews, you need to move out of Israel. That is Africa. We are coming for that land. We are coming for whatever belongs to Africa, a day at a time. And nobody, absolutely nobody, because we know this is just an illusion. We know where to get you. We live in dimensions greater than you. You are just whoever spoke about white supremacy is the stupidest person to ever. So let it be known in your history that Theodore Herzl created the most vicious terrorist organization known as what is the name? Zionist. Let it be written in the history books. Teach this to your children as a black man. And no, the Zionists will never. We know what the CIA did to Osaje for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. And yet, through their democracy, now the United States can walk through and through Ghana without being searched in this current government. And I see my father, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. I see the man during the Kumi Preku days. And I look at the man now. I look at him and I'm like, what happened? But then age has a way of making you lose fight. How old is he? How old is the man now? Maybe I may lose fight too when I'm his age. And so far as I'm not his age, I don't want to blame them much. And they were born in a different era. Look at Nana Addo's age. Go and check his date of birth. Check it. When did Ghana gain independence? Then look at the programming that will be given to such a child. So to him, London is the ish. When Ghana is bigger, when Ghana is richer than London, he would rather enrich London and spoil our continent now. Are you not seeing above the systems? Is your consciousness so low you think your worth is the papers and your numbers on the computer screen? Now, waking up daily is supposed to be paramount across Africa. Waking up alone is life itself. Now, if I tell you right now, I will give you $1 billion, right? But then I will unalive you tomorrow. Will you accept it? I don't think anybody in their sensible mind will even accept such thing, right? That me giving you the money now and tomorrow I will kill you, right? Nobody will even accept it. So why are we destroying our waters in exchange for papers? Why do we destroy our waters to search gold and then give the gold back to the colonizer for papers? When the gold could have been gold medals for the Ghana Premier League, when the gold could have been boxing medals for the number of sporting activities we are going to revamp across Africa, for the NBA moving to Africa. Why can't we give our comment? Why can't we make something for comedy in Ghana across Africa? An award scheme. Trevor Noah, well known across the world, right? Why are we not doing things in honor of such people? Because let me tell you something, my brothers and sisters. Today is 13th November 2023. I bet you 100 years from now, none of us will be here today. We have seen the emergence of technology. We have read history from different angles. We have read the Bible 3 times, gone on to read all these books. The book of Ezra, the Pentateuch, the Torah, the Kybalion, and so many books that predate the Bible. We know about Constantine and his stupid council in 325 AD. So when we are talking from so many angles of knowledge. That may be, as my brothers in Ghana, in Africa, most of them have read the Bible and just gone to the university. They think they know everything. They don't know anything in science. They don't know, as an artist, I paint. So color itself will teach me something. Now, let me show you this scenario and you think about it. When you go into the forest at night, can you tell between a green leaf, a yellow leaf, and a brown leaf? Can you tell between? Without light, can your eye perceive between a green leaf, a yellow leaf, and flowers? Can you tell? No. Do you know why? Because every color comes from blackness. As an artist, when I'm painting, I know how strong black is. So I know I need you. Every color comes from black. Red, yellow, and blue are the primary colors, right? When you mix yellow and blue, you get green. When you mix red and blue, you get violet. Now, when you add more blue and less violet, before you realize it is changing color to something else. So can you tell me violet is bigger than red? Archaeology, genetics, science teaches me. Anthropology. Everybody came from the black woman. All stages of the human revolution is still living in Africa. Look at the pygmies, the shortest people in the world. But right close to them, we have the tallest people in the world. We are the creation. Wherever, that is where, wherever around the world. What English am I even speaking? Baby, wherever you are around the world, right? There's supposed to be a black man there in order for creation to thrive. That is why Asia, in Japan, they are closing their schools. They need black people, energy, the universe, creation to revamp Japan. So that is why I say the Jews and everything you are saying is us. We are everything that there is. Now, I was giving you an exercise. If I'll give you $1 billion and kill you tomorrow, will you accept it? No, you won't. So why are we destroying our waters to find gold and give it? Why? Water is paramount. Water is life. We are covered with 70% water. So water shouldn't be compromised on any grounds. But you see, they don't care because their children live in Europe. They think this is a graveyard, you see. But then the kingdom of Al-Kebulan is not a graveyard for stupid people to die and be carried back to the motherland. This is a land of grace. This is a land of power. And as I said, as the ordained crown prince of Ghana, you guys should tap on the likes. Let us get to 1,000 likes. Let us get more likes so that the message will keep going to our brothers. Now, let me do another exercise with you guys. And if I tell you I will give you 3 million Ghana cedi today, or I will give you 1 peswa and I will multiply it, right? I'll give you 1 peswa today, but every day I'll multiply it by 2. Do you want the 3 million Ghana cedi now, or you want the 30 days? So one day one, I'll give you 1 peswa, right? Day 1, I'll give you 1 peswa. Day 2, I'll multiply it. It will become 2 peswas. Then it will become 4 peswas. Then 8 peswas by day 4, right? Day 5, it becomes 16 peswas. Do you want the big sum now, 3 million Ghana cedis, or you want me to be multiplying the money for 30 days? Okay, let us do this exercise. Now, on day 7, your money will be 64 Ghana pesos. Still not one. It's still not even 1 Ghana cedi. So by day 8, your money is now in 1 Ghana cedi, 28 pesos. Day 9, your money will become 2 Ghana cedi, 56 pesos. It's left with how many days? 21 days, right? And you have 2 Ghana cedi, 56 pesos. Do you want to choose the 3 million Ghana cedis and go home, or you have faith in multiplication? Okay, so by day 10, you have 5 Ghana cedi, 12 pesos. 20 more days to go, right? Day 11, the 5 Ghana cedi will multiply and become what? 10 Ghana cedi, 24 pesos. Day 12 will be 20 Ghana cedi, 48 pesos. Day 13 will be 40 Ghana cedis, 96 pesos. Day 14 will be 81 Ghana cedis and 92 pesos. Day 15, which is the middle of the 30 days, you still have 163 Ghana cedis, 84 pesos. Are you taking the 3 million Ghana cedis, or you still have faith in multiplication? Okay. Now, day 16, your money has multiplied from 163.84 Ghana cedis, like 166 Ghana cedis, 84 pesos, to 327 Ghana cedi, 68 pesos. Day 17, your money will go to 655 Ghana cedi, 36 Ghana pesos. Day 17, 30 more days to go. Are you taking the 3 million Ghana cedis, or you still believe in multiplication? Day 20, it means you have 5,242 Ghana cedis, 88 pesos, right? 5,242 Ghana cedis, 88 pesos by day 20. 10 more days to go. You could have taken the 3 million Ghana cedis, but now you are stuck with 5,242 Ghana cedis, 88 pesos. 10 more days to go. By day 21, then it means you have 10,485 Ghana cedis, 76 pesos, which is still lower than the 3 million Ghana cedis. Day 22, now you have 20,971 Ghana cedi, 52 pesos. Day 23, you have 41,943 Ghana cedi, 4 pesos. Day 24, you are going to have 83,886 Ghana cedis, 8 pesos. And by day 25, you will have 167,000. I hope you are doing your math yourself. 167,772 Ghana cedis, 16 pesos. So you are still short of what? The 3 million Ghana cedis. And now it is just left with 5 days to go. 5 days to go. You still have 167,772 Ghana cedi, 16 pesos. You could have taken the 3 million Ghana cedi from day one. But now I've been multiplying your money, and we are still at a day 25, and you are well short of what? 3 million Ghana cedi. Let us continue. Day 26, when I multiply that amount, I will get 335,544 Ghana cedi, 32 pesos. That is day 26. Day 27, I'm going to get 671,088 Ghana cedi, 64 pesos. Day 29, now I'm getting, day 28, now I am getting into the millions. Day 28, when I multiply the 671,000 by 2, I'm getting 1,342,177 Ghana cedi, 28 pesos. So 2 more days to go. I'm now in 1.3 million, right? Let us multiply it by 2. Now we will get 2,684,354.56 pesos, right? Now, the 30th day, when I multiply this, the 2 million, I am going to get 5,368,709 Ghana cedi, 12 pesos. So you see, I use this illustration to teach you that patience itself is a virtue. Sometimes your dreams are not being manifested like you want it to be. But remember, the sun and the moon will keep shining. You can't do anything about it. So when you co-create with the universe, release it and let it go and do its work. Live a day at a time. Move into your power. Move into your grace as an African. Move into so many dimensions and grow spiritually. Make sure we develop our continent. It is in our lifetimes that our continent will be great. It is you and I. So I'm sending greetings to my brothers in Eastern Africa. I have so many fans in Ethiopia, Rwanda, and Uganda. That is why I want to travel to Eastern Africa, maybe for like 6 months, right? I want to do like 777 shows in Eastern Africa. I want to live there for like 6 months. Here some more. I want to meet other people, other tribes from Africa. I believe in my fellow Africans, right? I would rather love my fellow African. That is why we need to come to the aid of what is happening in the Democratic Republic of Congo. The AU has become so useless. It is one of the most useless organizations in Africa because it is the African Union. They would rather talk about nonsense, climate change, than what is happening to our brothers and sisters in the DRC. Big tech companies are destabilizing that country. Ever since Patrice Lumumba lost his life, when Patrice Lumumba gained independence with the DRC, he told the Belgian king, "We are no longer your monkeys." He told them, and they didn't like it, and they connived with the CIA. At a point in time, it is well documented, they wanted to put poison in his toothpaste. When they thought that would be so easy to spot, they connived. When UN troops went into Belgium to protect what is going on. The Belgians and the Europeans, France, England, and the United States told the UN troops to go back. Are these the people? I said they will never change. Give them 10 more years. They will never change. Because this is written in them. We have always known about the Ben-Gurion Canal. We were just looking at them to see whether they are stupid enough to carry on with the plan. We know the natural gas under Gaza. Benjamin Netanyahu has already sold the rights recently to big oil companies. So I'm telling you, they will never change, my brothers and sisters. And if we don't sit up, and if we don't embrace one another, you see the same way you think you are in Nigeria, so you don't care about what is going on in Belgium. When it happens to you, your brothers in Belgium will be like, when they were massacring us, where were Nigerians? This is how they have divided us. That is why they put borders in us. And we are breaking every border. Africa is one country. And when I talk about Africa, I mean Palestine. I mean Israel. That is part of Africa. If Madagascar is part of Africa, Palestine is part of Africa. And that land will always be Palestine. You see. And that Palestine, the rest of the children that you've bombed around the world, they will come back to their land. And they will decide whether the natural gas will be for them. The European Jews should move from that land because karma is coming. Everything is energy. What you do will bounce back to you. Whatever atrocity you have done is coming back. Karma is coming back for the NATO and its people. You did this to yourself. Don't blame anybody else. When you went around dropping bombs in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, when you came to Africa, had the audacity to bomb Libya and destroy everything. Look at what you've done around the world. The world is looking at you now, and karma is coming for you. And you should by now know and think differently. But then you still want to go on thinking barbarically. What your fathers wrote down, you are continuing it today. The Balfour Declaration, and you see, UK, the United Kingdom, King Charles III, you should be ashamed of yourself as a king. When you took somebody's land, you had the audacity, after the person had gained independence, to say, I am giving it to Zionists. How dare you? And you should have been the person who is solving this crisis. Making sure you remove these Jews. These European Jews are not natives of the land. Take them to Prince of Wales Island. Take them to Kachikan. Because you see, you guys have been talking about the Holocaust. So just because you were killed somewhere, does that mean you should kill everybody around the world in the name of being supreme? What shows you are supreme than Obonkumenkuma Nananoche Bediako-Poku? Tell me, which part of your being? In intelligence? Which part? White supremacy is the biggest fallacy sold to white people, and unfortunately, my brothers that gave birth to white people have believed it. And we are following in the barbaric ways they do things, and we call it holy. So Ghana is a Christian country. May say in Ghana, after President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has finished his term, we are implementing the Pan-African system in Ghana. Ghana will have a crown made up of 4 queens and 3 kings, paramount chiefs. They will make the crown the highest authority of the land. The parliament will be parliament, but nobody will go into parliament with under a name, under a badge, like MPP or NDC. You will go into parliament with your good deeds. You will go into parliament with the positive impact you've done in your society there. So nobody will hide under a flag, under Pan-Africanism. And then we will have our own courts. Our surveillance system will be one of the best. We will put camera on every street. We'll make sure wherever there is a street, our street light, we need more electricians to be maintaining the street light, solar street light. We have the sun here. Now, let me talk about what Indonesia are doing. And you see, when I look at Ghana and where our consciousness is, the northern part of Ghana is always dry. And yet, when the dam was recently opened, it destroyed so many properties. We need to build canals around Ghana. Wherever the land is low, the canal will pass it. Gravity. Look at nature. You don't fight with water, you give water way. Wherever there is low land, your eyes should tell you that when it rains, it will need to pass somewhere. You give it way, canals. Okay. Where is the canals we are building? Or are we keeping money for 2024 election? Ebra canal no, ebeya sure say Ghana ni bi enso oto a enku no. Me mind Ghana, me si penimu ni Ghana o. Yese openi wutine fie man krare nyanka ye bu nankarefo ka ho me papa otumfo me mpese mebu se wo ye nankarefo sorry wutumi a wukita wo Ghana no na dodan kwakufu ado oni sa tumi asante no enye Ghana pe ekwa akodru Jamaica asanti ye disikegwa kofi ene ebe swai obiara ye ditumi be sensa going forward in Ghana. There won't be a Quran or a Bible where you are going to swear. Now, when we give you posts to serve Ghana, water has memory. You talk to water in front of Sikegwa Kofi, and then when you are giving the post, go and do what you like. Because water has memory, you said it upon yourself. That is how come we will develop Ghana. That is how come we will develop Africa. And let us remove capitalism from our society. Capitalism are for thieves. Capitalism is a system that was invented by a thief. For you to understand, when he comes to your land and tell you, let me give you $100 million and let us come and mine gold here for 500 years, you will understand it. Not remembering, not thinking that the money he brought was papers. Meanwhile, the gold could have served your people better. Children, the National Science and Maths, the winner. Now I hear be gold be to the winning school. Every child having one. Often seeing them. That often children said, this is the gold I received from Bediako-Poku, the ordained crown prince of Ghana, when we became national science and maths champions. There be or the Baba Bronia JJ papers. Na me can wo say eno nyanyansa me my Ghana. School na mo koye no. Mo koye say mo mesie nyansa emfa nchechire mo man. Eno ti na me Ghana wo fra wo professor. Wo ne me kasa na wo bo professor pe. E wo wudin anima me hu se wo ye papa hwe akwa. Papa hwe akwa. Because until we develop our continent, we can't even call ourselves professors. We are nowhere near that name. And even that name is barbaric. It goes with the English language. We will give proper titles. I'm calling on the spirit of Obavaram when today. He just came in my mind, right? So I need to pay homage to him. The Oba of the Benin Kingdom, such a great man, lost his life for his people. Just so that we can enjoy this bit of freedom. But freedom is not fought. Freedom is taken because it is ours by birthright. Look at what the so-called fathers of democracy have done to the world. They go around talking about China being the enemy. When you have over 330 military bases around China, how senile are you? How do they think? I say these people, they think backward. Though. They don't develop the pineal gland. Most of them, the pineal gland is calcified. And the UN needs a total revamp. I don't respect this UN. I said Africa will move from WHO, all this world organization. No, they are enslaving us more in everything, in vaccines, because capitalist people are the same people causing the war. War is a business. We know this. Charlie, let me leave you guys here. It's been a pleasure having you on our Mind Kron Ghana, man. It's been a pleasure having you. See you on Wednesday on our Mind Kron Ghana. Chichicha.